Hello and welcome back to the Trainerize YouTube channel. In this episode, Trainerize directing manager Sharad Mohan is going to be talking to Jean-Michel, who is currently the CEO of Les Mills Media, a division of Les Mills International Group. For those of you who may not know, Les Mills is a global fitness company with more than 7 million weekly active users and 140,000 certified fitness instructors. They are top tier when it comes to creating digital fitness content, and Jean-Michel oversees the entire B2B video on demand aspect of the portfolio of products. This session is going to help you understand how some of the world's top content creators in the space are excelling on a very enterprise level. So there's a lot to learn, and let's get into it.
Today's session is about sales and marketing. And we have a whole bunch of people dialing in to learn about what other coaches and brands are doing. And you guys are just crushing it. So maybe kick off. For those who haven't heard of Les Mills, let us know, what's the brand all about? What's the mission all about? What's behind the magic of Les Mills?
Yeah, sure. So for us, we are the leading group exercise platform worldwide. And if you look at Les Mills, we are a New Zealand based company, and we've been in business for more than 50 years. So we're still a family-owned business. So the heart of our business is all about quality, engagement, and really focusing on the people. For us, that's very, very important, is how we help people to get the best of themselves. That's for us very critical and very important for the family. So in terms of our businesses, so we own clubs. So we have one pillar where we own around 62 fitness clubs in New Zealand, between owning the clubs and franchises. So we really understand the operation of a club. That's something is very, very important, and it's part of our route. The other business is really around the club partners all around the world. So we have more than 21,000 fitness club partners who provide Les Mills classes within their facility or leverage Les Mills digital solution to the clubs. So that's very, very important. And for us is, how do we help the clubs, or how do we help the members to fall in love with their clubs? That's for us pretty important. And once again, we do all the testing into our own clubs. So very quickly, we have the secret sauce to know what works and what doesn't. The third pillar is really around the fitness instructors and the coach, as you know. Fitness instructor, we have around 140,000 fitness instructors who are trained and certified on Les Mills classes every quarter. And those instructors are really the ambassador of the brand. So for us, they are the one who are motivating the members of a club to be excited about group exercise fitness, excited about body pump, excited around body balance, and so on and so forth. And the last business is really around our direct-to-consumer business. So as you know, during the pandemic, direct-to-consumer exploded across the board. A lot of demand, knowing that most of the clubs were closed, people were exercising at home. And for us, we had the solution with Les Mills on Demand for helping people to leverage all our amazing video content to be able to exercise at home. And we linked that with Les Mills coaching, working with you guys, which has been an amazing journey to be able to now understand, okay, what do I do now? I'm at home, I'm stuck at home, I cannot go to my preferred fitness club. How do I exercise? Help me. And that's what we built.
Yeah, I think it's really impressive how you guys have been able to adapt over the course of your 50-year history here. You talk about clubs, fitness club partners, PTs, personal trainers, which is one of the reasons I think we resonate so well with you guys. We talk about our mission all the time to make fitness accessible, and we do that through making personal trainers more available to more people around the world. And your direct-to-consumer too. And I want to touch a bit on your direct-to-consumer piece. So that's where you have your digital coaching product line right now, correct?
That is right.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you mentioned a little bit about how you guys are able to test internally, learn, adapt quickly. So in digital coaching, we've seen a lot of trainers transition to digital coaching when the pandemic started last March. We've seen a lot of clubs pivot and having to turn into digital coaching as well. Some are doing it well, some aren't. So from your perspective, given I know how much you guys are into studying user behaviors, analyzing, making changes, What were your big learning lessons in terms of digital coaching and driving adoption? And I guess, where did you notice people were not getting adoption of what you're trying to sell? What were your biggest takeaways and learnings in digital coaching?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So first, when we started, we got a lot of requests from users, from consumers, asking us to help them. And they were really struggling. I mean, let's be very clear. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the number of people who stopped exercise is very large.
Yeah.
So it's actually more than 25% of the population worldwide. I'm not talking about the US, I'm talking worldwide. On average, 25% who just stop exercising.
25% people stopped exercising.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Stop exercising. Imagine the stress that it generates. Now you have to be at home. Your kids are at home with you. You need to manage all that. Your environment is totally dismantled.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of requests from consumers. Can you help us know what to do? How do I set up the right setting for my gym at home? Which video should I start with? How can I connect with my instructor from my club, doing maybe more live streaming? How live streaming works, and so on and so forth. So we went go back to the basics of leveraging digital capabilities to be sure we are responding to the consumer need. So that was one strong element, and we went very fast. So we didn't have time to do a very nice product, a nice design. No, we did an MVP and we launched it.
Yeah.
So that was very scary for us, very, very scary, and with a lot of uncertainty. But I think that's our new normal, where you need to feel comfortable in a very uncertain environment, and you need to be able to launch your product very quickly, even if your product is far away to be perfect.
Yeah.
Perfection is the enemy of good, and good is good enough most of the time. As you know, you're an amazing entrepreneur, and you know that you need to do into a minimum viable product to be sure you get maximum feedback from the users. It's exactly what we've done. So for us, was really the learning is launch product as quick as we can, as fast as we can, not being into perfection, having this very entrepreneurial mindset, leveraging lean startup, and going into the test and learn. And that, it's where we learn a lot from our user and from our customers around the service that they needed, around how to leverage the Les Mills video content to help them through their fitness journey, and how to help them to deal with change.
You brought up a whole bunch of interesting concepts there, actually, and I love that good is good enough, and especially in the world of digital, you're totally right in that you put it out there, you look at how your customers are engaging with what you're doing, and you make tweaks to improve over time. Your guys' product is quite phenomenal, actually. During the pandemic, I remember my wife had signed up for your digital coaching program through Les Mills, and what I really appreciated from watching the program was just the way you guys promoted the coaches on the website. There was engaging video there where every single trainer introduced who they were and the kind of coaching they'd be able to provide to their potential client. Then you purchase and you deliver programming, and you start engaging with your coach in there directly. One thing I wanted to chat about was content, and you mentioned content as well. And in the world of digital fitness, we're hearing a lot about content too, where people are talking about, the personal trainer now is the product. And in the world of digital coaching, in some sense, the personal trainer is the product because they are the content being delivered through an iPhone or an Android or through the TV. What's your recommendation in terms of content, where if there's a trainer or a studio that does not necessarily have the ability to create incredibly high production value content like Les Mills can, or like Apple Fitness Plus can? What's their alternative? Good being good enough. Do you think it's good enough for a trainer to be able to record themselves in an iPhone video and deliver that to their clients, or from a live stream perspective too? What's your overall view in terms of approach to content? At what point is it good enough? How can a regular personal trainer or a small studio really make content as good as possible without the hundreds of thousands of dollars it costs to make high production content?
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of live streaming, is that now you can really test what makes sense to you, and how you create content that it's authentic to your personality. content doesn't have to be, beautiful content like Les Mills. You talked about Apple Fitness Plus and other content provider, where they are really, we are the professional. We are the best of the best in content creation. However, even for Les Mills, and we do hundreds of millions of video workouts a year, even for us, authenticity is very important. We need to be sure you have your heart, your soul in whatever you do. And for us, our heart and soul is that we are a Kiwi, a New Zealand company, and we want to communicate what it means for us. And that is where your heart and your feeling are being communicated through your video content. So if you're a content creator, you're a personal trainer, you're a coach, you're a fitness instructor, it's just start.
Right.
And as you know, it's like we do a startup. I mean, you and I, we've done a bunch of startups, and it's just the biggest step is to start.
That's right.
Starting, try, communicate with your customer. Be sure that you value the feedback of your customer, listen to your customers, and be sure that you include them into your the philosophy that you want to communicate. So that's very, very important. Being authentic and start. That would be the top two things. The third one is learn through the process. With live streaming, with a smartphone, with a 4K camera, a good sound system, it's not expensive, all that. And you can create great content. But you need to be able to focus on the details as well. And I see way too many times people who are leveraging Les Mills content, doing live streaming. So they have all the choreography, all the music. It's a big deal on the music side. Be very careful, please. We are hearing way too many times personal trainers who are using music illegally, and it's very restrictive. So you cannot do anything you want on the music side. Otherwise, you're going to be hit pretty hard. So please do not play with that. But there are a lot of free music out there. Music is important part of the experience. And how do you include music? How do you include your own choreography and be authentic with your community? That's, I think, the secret of success around fitness content creation.
Yeah, you actually, music was something that really stood out to me there. And you're right, music can really make the difference between an engaging workout. And there are options, it looks like, for free music as well. And so in terms of a trainer making sure they don't get hit in terms of illegally using music, do you mean as simply as them not having a Spotify playlist playing in the background? Could that be something that could be a high risk move for them as well?
Correct, it's illegal. So you cannot, if you generate business, so if a user is going to pay for your product, which is you, or doing a video on demand or a live streaming, in this case, the music is part of the value generation. It means that there is a taxation on that, and people should pay a fee for the record labels and for the artist.
Got it. Okay, that's good to know. So for everyone listening there, keep note of that music. It could really ding you if you don't make sure you're doing it right. I love the two pieces you mentioned, by the way. You mentioned authentic and heart, being authentic, having your heart into it, and learning as well.
Also, if you're new to training online, you can start your free 30-day trial of Trainerize by clicking on the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.